to the Kosi Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. We'll come back to a brand new video. On top of Arsenal signing Nico Williams this summer, they will try to get a second winger, and it's going to be either a low budget version or a free transfer. Leroy Sané is one of the players that Arsenal have been closely monitoring, and we can confirm that this summer Leroy Sané will be out of contract with Bayern, and there's a big chance that Mikel Arteta could get his man. Finally, we monitored him right from last summer. We tried to do the deal. He wanted to stay at Bayern. They tried to negotiate a new deal with Bayern, but now contract talks have actually broken down. Should Arsenal sign Leroy Sané? Is Leroy Sané better than Bryan Mbeumo? Should we go with Mbeumo? Should we go with Sané? And of course, we'll talk about Gittens and Mitoma. They're very, very interesting options on the market that are available as far as we are concerned. Now, with Leroy Sané, I think this is a name that has always vibrated around Arsenal transfer news every single summer. Actually, I think Sané and, Sané is one of those German names that have always been linked with Arsenal, no matter the time. Leroy Sané was first linked with Arsenal during the times of Arsene Wenger, when he was still at Schalke 04. That is when we were first linked with Sané. I think by the time Arsenal were actually more interested in signing Maximilian Bayer more than they were in signing, in Sané, and we got none of them. He eventually moved to Manchester City, and the rest is history. But this time, it makes more sense because Mikel Arteta has worked with Sané, and what is Mikel Arteta really good at? Bringing back players that he has worked with at Manchester City. Am I lying? Raheem Sterling, Alexander Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus. The list could go on and on, right? So I think Sané has a big chance of joining Arsenal this summer because Mikel is looking for that guy that can double as a number 10, giving Odegaard chess and giving him competition, but also double as a winger or a forward. Sané is one of those players that are still quick, still very, very possibly, able to take on players. I don't think he's still that good. And that was my problem with Sané in the summer. I remember saying, is Sané still that good? Yes, he's on a free, and Arsenal would get a good free deal. It's an easy deal to do, but is he still that good? Because when Arsenal came, when Mikel Arteta came here last 5 years ago, what he did was clear out deadwood. And remember, he started by signing players like Willian, and then we cleared Willian out as well. I think Sané could be another Willian. Now, don't get me wrong, Sané is a good player, but I just don't feel like his good days are still ahead. And I don't think that he's a player in his prime. I think he's a player that has reached his peak and he's decelerating. For his age, 28, 29, 30, for us to say he's decelerating might be a little bit harsh. But what else do you want me to say? Like, is Leroy Sané at a stage in his career where a club would spend 30 million or 40 million on his services if he still had his contract intact at Bayern? I doubt. And I don't think so. So I think this is another Manchester City reject. And I'm so tired of Mikel Arteta snuffing around Manchester City rejects. Like, he's the same guy that wants Gundogan. He's the same guy that wants Stones. He's the same guy that wants this and that. I think it's high time we become independent as a team. We have a scouting network that is being paid a lot of money. We have a technical director or a sporting director that will come in and he'll be paid a lot of money. Can we do our own independent deals? Because I don't think that Arsenal doing their own independent deals has been that bad. Odegaard, our own independent deal. Rice, our own independent deal. Calafiori, our own independent deal. Raya, our own independent deal. Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. The list is endless. So if you have enough evidence, enough data to show you that whenever you go and you get your own players, it actually works, why then would you want to still go, yeah, it works when I do my research and get good players in my team, but I still want the players of Pep Guardiola? Why? Do your own kind of thing, let it pay off, and you will take the credit. Now, these are my thoughts on Leroy Sané objectively. As an Arsenal fan, I don't like Sané. But objectively, as Arsenal look to go into a summer where they need numbers, and numbers with quality, we are going to spend a lot of money. Like, if Šeško and Williams and Zubimendi are done deals, that is already 150 million plus. So I think whatever we do, Arsenal will have to splash the cash, okay? We will have to splash the cash. And even if we don't sign those three in particular order, Zubimendi will cost around 60 million euros. You can get a striker who will cost you 40 million euros and a winger that will cost you 40 million euros. That is already 140 million euros. So Arsenal do not have an escape route this summer. Whatever we do, we are going to have to spend the money. So the question then becomes, how do you get all the players you want, fill all the positions that you want to fill without overspending or blowing your budget out of proportion? The answer then is loan deals, like we've done with Sterling and Neto, and free agents. At times I don't like free agents. Like, I really don't. But if Sané was to join us as a free agent, I'm not going to rely on the fact that he has worked with Mikel Arteta, because Zinchenko worked with Mikel, Sterling worked with Mikel, a couple of players have worked with Mikel, and they've come at Arsenal and they've been atrocious and a disaster. The reason why I would objectively take him, Sané, at Arsenal is this. He can cover two positions, it's a free deal, and he wouldn't have to sign a long-term deal. You can get him to sign maybe 2 years or 1 year plus another year to extend his deal. If he does well, you extend his deal. If he doesn't do well, you do not extend his deal. But when I compare Sané to the other players that would do the same role as as him that Arsenal linked with, and the first player that comes to my mind is Bryan Mbeumo, I kind of feel like I want to go with Mbeumo. Now, if we were to compare Sané with Mbeumo, in their prime, Mbeumo has nothing on Sané. I'm sorry, Brentford fans. I'm sorry, Mbeumo fans. Mbeumo has nothing on Leroy Sané in their prime. But we are not talking about both of their prime periods, are we? We are talking about Mbeumo's prime period, and we are talking about Sané's decline. So with Bryan Mbeumo right now, you've got one or two things clear. He will score, and he is a hard-working machine. And he is proven to be effective in the Premier League, and he is on fire and he's on form. So if Arsenal brought in Mbeumo right now, alongside Šeško, you've just went and got two of the best informed strikers in Europe right now, and you've added them to your formation. Who doesn't want that? So if we were to choose one between Sané or Mbeumo, for me, I would go with Bryan Mbeumo. I think the Bryan Mbeumo deal has more advantages, it works better, and it's such a very, very good deal. But like I said, the advantage of Sané is you wouldn't have to spend a lot of money on him. In fact, you wouldn't spend any money on him apart from his sign-on fees and maybe sign-on fee, bonus, and salary, and then the deal gets done. In terms of Arsenal looking for a winger as well, Arsenal are looking at Gittens at Dortmund, but Dortmund have said it's going to be 85 million. That's the last bit where my brains went. 85 million for Gittens? Like, Dortmund are so used. Dortmund are this spoiled kid. They're used to 100 million for Dembele. They're used to selling their players at insane prices. And of course, they're used to selling to Barcelona. They're used to selling to Manchester United, clubs that don't, evaluate, they just spend. Gittens is such a talent, by the way, real talents. If Arsenal got him, would be a very good talent. I would like him to come if we don't get Nico Williams, but it's too expensive. The other option available is Karu Mitoma. Mitoma wants UEFA Champions League football, and Arsenal have got to look there. Now, of course, Brighton are going to say, we want 100 million. I don't think anyone's going to give Mitoma 100 million. The player doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So I think a 60 million deal, a 70 million deal for Karu Mitoma could happen if anyone just becomes serious about him. See you soon.